Dear students, in this session we will be discussing with you the basics of computer networks. As I have already explained you that wherever you go, you will find a computer network, whether it is an office, college or university. So computer networks are integral part of our daily life routine, I mean to say. So hardly you will find that the computers nowadays are working in isolations. They are always part of a computer network. So today we will try in this session to learn something about or some basic concepts about computer network. I am Professor Asim Zafar, and today I'll be discussing with you the concepts related to personal area network, local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area networks, and different network topologies and related concepts. So first of all, we will try to see what is the definition of a computer, how we can define a computer network. So a computer network is a collection of interconnected devices that communicate with each other and share resources. So any interconnected collections of computer that can communicate with each other may be called as a computer network. Why do we set up the computer network? What is the purpose of setting the computer network? Is to have a powerful communication media. So the computer network allows users to share information with each other. So all the computers or all the persons which are part of the network, they can share information with each other, and in that sense it provides powerful communication media. They can share resources as well. So sharing of hardware and software resources is another goal of setting up of computer network. Say for example, you are working on a computer system, and say for example, you are working on a very big file, and your computer that has not that much storage space to store this file, to save this file. Then you can store your file in some other computer who is part of the network, which has enough storage capacity or enough memory. So you can share the memory resources with them. Sometimes it may happen that you are trying to run a program which requires very extensive CPUs, and you don't have that much powerful CPU at your computer. So you're sitting at your own computer, you can put your job, you can submit your job to a computer which is part of the network, which is having very high power CPU. Your job will be processed over there, and the result will be sent back to your computer. So all such kind of sharing of resources are possible in case of computer network, and that is the goal of setting up a computer network as well. In a computer network, say in an office, basically 10 computers or 5 computers are connected in the network, and we do have only one printer. So sitting at your place, everybody can give the print job to that single computer. So single computer is being shared by all the computers which are part of the network, all the persons who are part of the network. So in that sense, it allows sharing of resources. And another very important purpose is centralized data management. So it enables data storage and management in a central location. What is the importance of computer network? So it is vital for business, governments and personal use, and it forms the backbone for internet. It forms the basis for internet. What is internet? Internet is global collection of networks of network. So many kinds of network or various kinds of networks are there, thousands of networks are there of various kind, and they are connected with each other to form the global network, which is known as internet. First of all, we'd like to see what is the evolution of computer networks. So the evolution is traced back in 1960s with the first experiment which was conducted by ARPANET. ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Net, and it is developed for military communication in US. So initially it was developed for exclusive communication for military installations in US. Later on, with the advancement of the technology in 1970s, with the emergence of packet switching technology, it got some other applications. It got applications in some other areas other than military installations. So I mean to say, for the public use, these networks were used for public as a public network, I mean to say, with the advent of packet switching technology in 70s. But the popularization among masses took place with the growth of, you can say, with the advent of PCs in the market in 1980s, when IBM basically supplied a lot of PCs for the market and the masses, and then it became possible to have local area network to connect these computers to form a local area network. So growth of LAN in offices can be traced back in 1980s. In 1990s, basically, expansion of internet for public use took place. In 2000, introduction of wireless network was a phenomena, and in 2010s and beyond, high-speed broadband, fiber optics, and 5G networks were introduced in the market. So with the advancement in the technology, the use of computer network among masses, among public offices, masses increased, and right now we are enjoying these facilities as a whole nowadays. So what is the impact? The impact of computer network is that it enabled global communication. So sitting at your own place, we can communicate with the farthest more person who is connected in the network. Say, for example, your friend is living in US, in any city of US basically. So sitting at your own place, you can chat with them, you can send mail to them, you can communicate with them. So this, in this sense, it allows you the global communication. It has made possible the e-commerce related activities. Social media has become a phenomenal media for exchanging information and enjoying various kinds of games and video streaming. And cloud computing has made possible due to the popularization of computer networks, or to the growth in this area. Before I proceed further, we would like to have a brief introduction about various kinds of networks. So networks are classified based on their size, range, and purpose. So depending on the geographical span of the network, we can classify the computer networks as personal area network, local area network, campus area network, or metropolitan area network, or wide area networks. As far as the geographical span is concerned, personal area network spans for a personal use basically. So lowest span is there, greater span is to LAN. Further, CAN and MAN are much wider networks, and wide area networks spans throughout the globe, I mean to say. So expansion is very high in case of wide area network. What are the applications? So they may be used for personal use, office use, university or campus networks, citywide and global networks are there. So several kind of applications are there, and for that application, computer networks can be used. First of all, we will see what is personal area networks. A brief introduction of PAN is given over here. So it is a small network that connects devices around a single person, typically within a range of 1 to 10 meters. So the maximum span of the personal area network is within 10 meters. So you just see in the adjoining figure, you can see that we do have a computer over here, and it is connected to your monitor, mobile phone, keyboard, mouse, and other applications and other devices through Bluetooth technology, and they form the personal area network basically. So they are connected via wireless media. There is no wire connections over there, and these devices are connected to your computer in such a way that they can communicate with each other. And the technology behind these is Bluetooth technology. So Bluetooth technology is useful for short range wireless communication. Short range wireless communication, and the range I have told you, that is from 1 to 10 meter basically. So maximum span was 10 meter. Another technology which is used for short range transmission is known as infrared. Infrared technology is there. So it is for direct line of sight communication. Your remote TV remotes basically, that's the best example. They use the IR communication, and it is line of sight. Line of sight means there must be no obstacle in between the device with which it is communicating. So between the mobile, your remote and TV, there must be no obstacle. So if you put your hand before the remote, then it will not work. The signals will not reach over there. So it allows direct line of sight must be there between two devices which is communicating with each other while you are using infrared. An example of remote, TV remotes are very good example of infrared communication applications. Another, what are the possible applications of PAN, personal area network? So they can connect a smartphone to a smartwatch or wireless earbuds, etc. Synchronizing data between a laptop and mobile devices. And the advantage of personal area network is that it is low cost, it is very simple to set up, easy to set up, low power consumptions is there. So these are some of the advantage of personal area network. So depending on your requirement, we can set up a personal area network, or if my requirement is different and where we require that we need very high transmission between the computers and they must be very secure. So for that you will have to go for another technology which is known as local area network. So local area network is what? A network that connects computer within a limited geographical area such as home, school, office building. So say for example in a lab, basically you do have a very big lab where 30 or 40 computers need to be connected, and it is a requirement that they must communicate with each other at a considerably high speed, maybe 10 Gbps or 100 Gbps speed and like that. So then how we can achieve this kind of high speed data transmissions? So you see here, these are the characteristics. They can be achieved with the help of local area network. So for that you will have to establish a local area network. So what are the characteristics of local area network? It covers a smaller area, high data transfer rates are there. So they are characterized by high data transmission rate, and generally uses Ethernet cables or Wi-Fi for connectivity. So whenever we talk about the connectivity or the technology behind that, it is known as Ethernet technology. So LANs can be established using the Ethernet technology, wired LANs. Wireless LAN can also be established, and for that we use Wi-Fi technology. So Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. What are the common uses for that? So you see, they are used in the office basically for sharing various kinds of files, printers, and internet access. So I mean to say, for sharing resources we can use in the office, and in the home network for connecting computers, TV, and gaming consoles can be. So there are several use of local area networks. They can use in the offices, in the computer lab, or in the university setup, or in the government setup, in a hospital, and anywhere you can, or in the business organizations. So wherever you will go, you will find local area networks are there. What are the advantage? So secure and manageable, high speed communication, and cost effective due to shared resources. So I mean to say, so whenever you want to share resources, local area networks are the best option. Next is campus area networks. So it covers a much wider space, and the geographical span covers the whole city or campus, I mean to say. So you see here a network that spans multiple buildings within a campus, such as a university or corporate campus. It operates with a short range typically of 1 to 5 kilometers. So span is beyond 1 kilometer, I mean to say. Within 1 kilometer, you can set up a local area network. But if the spans goes beyond that, then you will have to have a different kind of technology that and that network will be known as campus area networks. So campus area networks typically uses advanced security measures such as firewalls and IDS, intrusion detection systems. CANs means campus area network, can be easily scaled up or down to accommodate new users or devices. I mean to say, say for example, initially you have the network having 100 of computers are connected. Say for example, you want to add 25 more computers to the network. It can easily be added. That is known as scaling up the computer network. Similarly, if you want to remove some computers from the network, that can easily be done as well. So CAN provides fast and reliable connectivity for devices within the network. Example includes university campus, network connecting libraries, laboratories, classrooms, and administrative offices in a university setup, or in corporate setup, linking various departments. Say for example, HR department is there, accounts department is there, other departments are there. You can connect all these departments with each other to form a campus area network. It allows centralized management of data, shared resources, and efficient data communication across multiple buildings. So these are some of the advantage of or some of the uses of campus area network. Next is metropolitan area network. So a network that spans a city or a large geographical area connecting multiple LANs. So the best example of this is cable TV connections. So you do have that there are certain cable TV operators are there, and they connect all the television sets across the city, in the city, within the city, across the buildings, I mean to say. So this may be called as a metropolitan area network. It typically covers up to 50 kilometers and often uses high-speed fiber optics or wireless connections. It is managed by a single organization or ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. It uses different kind of technology. Sometimes it uses DQDB, dual queue, dual bus. So such kind of technologies are used for establishing a metropolitan area network. Here you can see the examples that the span is the whole city. So the computers, no matter whether its place is one part of the city or other part of the city, they can be connected using or in the metropolitan area network. So examples are city-wide network for government offices, maybe public Wi-Fi network provided by municipalities, and advantage is cost effective over large area and supports high data rate and multiple users. So these are some of the characteristics, example and advantage related to metropolitan area network. And then comes wide area network. So a network that covers a broad geographical area connecting multiple LANs, MANs and campus area network across cities, countries and continents. What is the characteristic? Characteristic can span across thousands of kilometers, uses leased telecommunication line, satellite or internet, and typically managed by multiple organizations. The internet is the largest WAN basically. And the internet is one of the example of wide area network where several computer networks are connected with each other. So that is a network of network. Multinational companies, private networks connecting global offices. Say for example, I am taking an example of IBM. So IBM is having offices in different countries, and these offices are connected with each other. So they form a wide area network. They may be private or they may be public basically. Private means if it is for exclusive use of IBM employees only. So IBM is having their network in various cities or various, various countries, various continents, and they are only being used by the IBM people. That will be known as private network. But if it is meant for anybody can use that network, then it will be known as the public network. Facilitates global communication and data sharing and highly scalable. So it facilitates data communication across the globe. No matter whether you are sitting at one part of the globe, other part of the globe, using the wide area network, you can communicate with each other. Data can be transmitted from one place to another place at relatively higher speed, and it is highly scalable. Highly scalable, whenever you wish to add some more computer to the global networks or to this wide area network, it can be done. Or if some computers needs to be removed from the network, it can easily be done, all these things. So that is the example of a wide area network. You see here, this is an example of wide area network where several networks are there and somehow they are connected with each other to make a global network, to produce a global network. Briefly, you can see here what are the pros and cons of different types of network. So with case of PAN, personal network is low cost and secure, while it offers a limited range communication only up to 10 meters. This is the limitation in terms of PAN. In case of LAN, LAN offers you very high speed and secure communication, because the computers are placed at within a smaller area, so they can transmit the data at a relatively very higher speed and they are secure basically. Cons are limited to a small area only. When the area or the span goes beyond 1 kilometer, it is not supported by local area network. In that, you will have to have another kind of technology to set up that. CAN is the centralized, allows you for the centralized management of data, while it is limited to campus only. Metropolitan area network, offers you the wide coverage, while it is more expensive than LAN. To setting up a metropolitan area incurs more cost compared to local area network. In case of WAN, it allows you a global connectivity and you can communicate with any person with any part of the globe. This is the pros, while cons, high latency and expensive infrastructure. So in case of wide area network, you will have to have the services of ISPs, which incurs some cost over there. So where multiple types of networks are interconnected with each other. If you would like to compare the networks in terms of the scale, in terms of the geographical span, then you can see I have already discussed that PAN scales over up to 10 meters, while the span of LAN is up to 10 meters to 1.5 kilometers, while CAN covers from 1 to 5, campus area network 1 to 5 kilometers. MAN covers up to 50 kilometers, while wide area networks covers thousands of kilometers. So here you see the key factor which differentiates these networks is the distance, data transfer speed, security, and cost consideration. And also the technology changes basically. The technology used for setting up PAN is different from the technology which is used for setting up LAN, and it is different which is used to set up a wide area network. So it is not only that it differs in terms of distance and data transfer speed and security, but the moment we pass on from PAN to LAN to wide area network, the technology for setting up these networks also changes or also different. Here are some real world examples for different types of network. For PAN, it is smart home devices connected via Bluetooth. In your home, you do have fridge, TV, very smart devices are there, and all the devices can be connected with each other. So they form an example of personal area network. Office network, the example of local area network is office network connecting desktop, printers, and servers. So they are connected with each other in an office. In a lab, they are the example of local area network. University campus network linking multiple buildings can be example of campus area network. City-wide public Wi-Fi network is an example of metropolitan area network, while the global internet connecting multiple ISPs, several ISPs are there, internet providers are there, and they are collaborating with each other to provide connectivity in their local areas. So they are the example of wide area network.